Magistrate Emmanuel Iyana of Wunsi Zone 6 Magisterial Division in Abuja has admitted that he was lied into signing a search warrant for the residence of a top Supreme Court jurist by the Federal Ministry of Justice under Attorney General Abubakar Malami. Mr. Iyana consequently revoked the search warrant he approved against Justice Mary Odili's residence due to misrepresentation in the first information supplied by an ad hoc public asset recovering panel, domiciled under the Justice Ministry and overseen by Mr. Malami. Upon misrepresentation to this honorable court that led to the assurance of a search warrant in favor of Joint Panel Recovery Ministry of Justice against House 9, Imo Street, Matama, Abuja, dated October 29, 2021, the senior magistrate said, in a fresh order, in view of the above fact, the said search warrant is hereby revoked. Mr. Iyana's October 29 order came hours after People's Gazette reported that armed operatives have tried to breach the residence of Mrs. Odili on Imo River Street in Matama. Officers had arrived at the residence. Officers had arrived at the residence bearing a warrant that was issued based on whistleblower information from Aliyu Umar, an Abuja resident. Mr. Umar had deposed on October 13th that there were illegal activities going on at 9 Imo Street, Matama, that should warrant immediate action from the law enforcement. The whistleblower also said in court filings that the tip-off was supplied to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. This prompted Mr. Iyana to issue a warrant on October 29th for the property to be searched. Subsequently, operatives mobilized to Mrs. Odili's house based on the warrant, seeking to forcibly search in the evening of October 29th. The same day, a warrant was approved. Our source said the Supreme Court jurist rejected the move to search her residence because she had no pending issues with anti-graft agencies. Mrs. Odili also argued that the warrant was not meant for her residence since she lives at 7 Imo River Street, Matama, and not 9 Imo Street, Matama, as stated in the warrant. The operatives nevertheless laid siege on the residence for hours. Even though the whistleblower stated in court filings that provided his findings to the EFCC, one of the operatives had told the Gazette that EFCC led the operation. The anti-graft office denied playing a role in the operation. If there was any such operation, that Mrs. Odili's house was besieged by anti-graft operatives, it was not carried out by the EFCC, the agency spokesman, Wilson, said in a statement to the Gazette late Friday. The Gazette had earlier reached Mr. Wilson for comment prior to breaking the news, but received no immediate response. Mrs. Odili's husband, Peter, had been under EFCC investigation for alleged fraud that dates back to his tenure as Rivers governor between 1999 and 2007. Mr. Odili denied the charges, and the federal judge ordered the release of his international passport earlier this week. A chief police superintendent, Lawrence Ajodo, also signed off on the operation, and the Gazette source previously mentioned that police officers were part of the operation. The officers left Mrs. Odili's residence following the revocation of their warrants But the development has elicited harsh criticisms of Mr. Malami, whose controversial role is alleged anti-democratic moves of the administration contributed to his new status as a formidable force in President Muhammadu Buhari's cabinet. In 2016, Mr. Malami supported the State Security Service when a brutal personnel broke into the residence of over a dozen federal judges, including 3 of the Supreme Court. At the time, the Attorney General also recently proposed suspension of the Nigerian Constitution and declaration of martial law in order to restore peace in volatile parts of the country. The country should be divided into North and South. Malami is an example of a dog and a manager. So much hate that political and religious talk. I seriously wish I can snap my fingers to snip off life from him and send him to eternal hell. He is perpetual and idiot, he said. These are Nigerians reacting. Malami is the original enemy of Nigeria in general and Southerners in particular. This is the problem of Nigeria. Malami deserves to be stoned in public. It is never be well with the Malami and the whole North who bent on destroying Nigeria and the South Nigeria. Nemesis of the land, we follow him. What happens to Abba Kyari will happen to him. Malami, where is Abba Kyari today? Malami, answer my question. Alright, someone just dropped that. So guys, you've all heard it now. What's your take? Let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts with us below the comment section. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you have not. Thank you very much for listening. Bye. God bless you. Bye for now.